Hey, welcome to the Ozzstar channel. I'm Glenn, and on today's fun project, I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on this Mini Cooper S. Yeah, I know it's kind of boring, it's just an oil change, but I will give you the ins and outs if you're doing this at home. It'll help you out. I'm actually going to make this a 5-part series. So we're going to do the oil change. We'll have the spark plugs. It's basically getting a tune-up. Spark plugs. I'm going to do the engine air filter, the in-cabin filter, which is up under the passenger dashboard, and then it needs a new drive belt, serpentine belt. The car has 91,000 miles on it. It's all original. It's an '05, so it's definitely time to go. Anyway, I'll give you all those details, the ins and outs. It has the massive 1.6 liter. I don't know why I chuckle when I say 1.6 liter, but anyway, that's what it has with the supercharger on it. So in case you're wondering, you know what you need, what you got, and let's go check it out. So I'll give you the oil specs or type and the filter numbers and all that, and I'll leave it in the description as well. But anyway, here's what I do. I start by jacking the passenger side, and what's nice on the Minis, of course, I have a jack stand there, safety stand. They give you this little pad right there so you know where to jack. You can see it's on there. So I get that up off the ground. That way I can get to the oil drain bolt the easiest. And that's the first thing I'll do is I'll drain the oil. So let me show you where that is. And I'm trying not to shake the camera too much, but sorry if I do. Anyway, in the center here is what you're looking for is this cooling fan, this electric cooling fan. So once you find that, your drain bolt, your oil drain bolt is right here. So I'm touching it. Get yourself a 3/8 ratchet with a 1/2 inch, or it's a 1/2 inch socket on there. Get that on that sucker. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. Let me squeeze in here. There we go. Make sure you're on there square, and go ahead and loosen that up. Now there is a gasket behind it, and I'm going to drop that oil for you. Let me get this right here. Drop it for me. All right, here we go. And I'll show you that. Make sure you have some rags handy. Hopefully we're still in the shot. There we go. Make sure you have some rags handy. Now you should have gloves on too. Latex gloves are good to have. Keep these contaminants out of your skin. And there she goes. So here's the, can you see that? So you can see there's like a washer back in there. So we'll let that drain a minute. I'll put it back in, torque it down. I'll leave you the torque specs down below, and we'll go up top. So on the back of the engine here is the oil filter location. Got to remove this canister. It's a 36 millimeter. Looks like a nut on the end of this thing here. So I got a 36 millimeter socket. It's actually, I'm on a 1/2 inch ratchet. And same, you know, you want to loosen this lefty-loosey. So you go counterclockwise. I feel it backing out. Now sometimes if the guy before you went ballistic on this and made it real tight or didn't lubricate the O-ring, which I'll show you in a second, these can be a bear to take off. So you may have to put a some type of pry bar on the end, so a cheater bar on the end of this thing. So it takes a little bit of time. I'll spin it out and yank it out, and I'll show you what we got to do next. I think it took me about 10 minutes to set the camera up to get this shot for you, so I hope you're enjoying it so far. So once you get that loose enough, that canister, I just reach in here, and I got a rag handy. Can you get that on film? Yeah, you can see me. So I just unthread it by hand. It's not too hard to grab, and it may get a little bit messy. I try to invert the oil filter, turn it upside down so we don't get too much oil dripping all over the place. Pull it on up. So I'm using the MAN, which is the BMW spec stuff, and it's HU816, and I don't know what /2X means, but anyway, there it is. So the new filter comes with the O-ring, so make sure you put that on there so you don't get any leakies. And when you do put this on, just put a thin coat of used motor oil or new motor oil around it, just so it spins in nice and smooth. And here's the filter, and you can see right there, it says made in Germany. So here's the old one. Of course, there's the new one. And the new one will have this plastic ring piece on the top and nothing on the bottom. That's the side that's going to go down. So just pull this on up, wiggle it back and forth. Take this piece of dookie out. We'll put that in the drain pan real quick. Let me drain the excess oil, which you can't see me doing, but I'm getting rid of the rest of the tar that's in there. And what you do basically is just take this, push it down in there. I'm getting text to death. Anyway, push it down in there, seat it. You can give it some good pressure, back and forth. And when it bottoms out, you know you're there. It's almost there. There we go. So that's that. And then I take a pick, and here's that O-ring. Just take one of these doohickeys, get under there, yank that up. Try not to splash yourself in the face. Wear safety glasses. You won't have to worry about it. There's the old one. And let me grab the new one. And then I just kind of roll it on there. So you roll it on, you know, it takes some practice. It's not hard to do. And you'll see the groove down in here where it needs to go. So make sure you have it in the correct groove. Not up, where am I? Not up here, but down here where I'm going. So you don't really need a pick to put it back on usually, but to take them off, it helps. And that's it. So that's on there. And I'm just gonna take my finger, get some oil on it, coat this O-ring, thread it back down, torque it down, and we'll move to the next step. Now, one thing I should mention is those the mount that this screws into, they can leak on some of the higher mileage ones. So if you see a lot of oil back here before you get ready to do this job, make sure you further inspect that with an observation mirror. The oil cooler that actually begins to develop leaks, they can crack, and that's no good. All right, on to the next step. So we've got the drain bolt. We drain the oil. We retorqued that after we drained it. We removed our oil filter cartridge, replaced it with a new one, torqued that back down. That's tight with the new O-ring. Now I like to, when there's a lot of crud around the oil filler cap here, I'll just spray it down with some brake clean just to keep any contamination out. And this is where we're going to be putting our new oil in. So let's take this off. Try to, if you do see a lot of crud, try to kind of flick it out and away. You don't want that going into the crankcase. That's not good for your engine. So anyway, we got that part. Let me grab my funnel here, which is clean. Make sure you, you know, just pull this off the shelf that's been sitting there for 6 months and put all kinds of cobwebs and crap into your engine. So clean that out. Get some brake clean. Get a clean rag. Do your thing. And here's the oil that I use. So I use the Euro L on BMW stuff, or German cars, Audi, Volkswagen, what have you, Mercedes. Now this car specs, this is what they spec, 5W30, not 0W20, not 10W40, not, you know, whatever. Platinum is the one I'm using, synthetic. It just happens to be this brand. You can use any Euro formula. See that little Euro L? And it's 5W30 for the Mini. So we're going to put in 5.1 quarts with the new filter is what it takes. So I'll start pouring this. I'm not going to bore you guys with that, even though I could tell you some love stories and all that. You'll probably be interested, but we'll save that for another day. Oh, what the hell? Let's talk a little bit while I'm doing this. So anyway, yeah, I dropped that oil, and I believe my buddy, this is his wife's car, he told me that the engine or the oil light had come on. So he put a quart of oil in. I don't know what kind of oil, but any oil is better than no oil. So when I just drained it and I moved the oil pan away, you know, out from under the car, I'm going to say there's like a good 1.5 quarts of oil in there. Maybe. I don't think we're going to quite get 2, possibly. So it takes, you know, 5 quarts, 5.1, and to be that low, you know, it's not good for your engine. I did notice there was an oil change sticker on the windshield, and it was it's been 7,000 miles since the oil was changed. Now I don't recommend you do that. I know, like, the oil reset in this car, and I'll probably just show you how to do that real quick once you do this. It's like 15,500 miles is the interval. That's bananas. I mean, I know these guys are claiming 20,000 mile oil or whatever, but that's craziness to me. So you do what you want. I suggest you do this probably, even though it's synthetic, every 4,000 miles, maybe 5,000 if you wanted to push it. I mean, it comes out like tar once you start getting a lot of miles on it. So anyway, we're almost done with this part. What I'll do next is, after the oil's in, I'll put the cap on, and then I start the car, and I always check for leaks, because the last thing you want to do is lose an engine. Because let's say, I don't know, a gasket or an O-ring was leaking, or you forgot to put the drain bolt on, I don't know, whatever it is, you know. You look down, you got 5 quarts of brand new oil on the floor. Not that I'm not saying that I know about that, I'm just saying, you know. Anyway, you don't want to lose an engine, that's my point. So make sure you check for leaks after you start it. Shouldn't be any abnormal noises, and then you're good to go. Let's fire it up and check for leaks. Let's see if we get lucky and it starts. Okay, so for the outro of the video, I figured why not find out exactly how much oil was in this bad boy Mini Cooper. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I say, this is going to be part 1 of 5. I'll leave the links to the other stuff down below. Let me open this up. Of course, this was empty when we started, and I got my jug right here. I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, you guys can see it. And let's pour away. So I can tell you right now, well, you can't see it, but oh, that tar looks good. Here it comes. Now remember, my buddy put a quart of oil in this the other day. So this is a 1 gallon container jug. So that would be, for anyone who's not good at math, that's 4 quarts. So yeah, we've got a good, probably a good 1.5 quarts of oil in there. Maybe 1.65 if you want to get technical. So yeah. Make sure you change your oil, check the oil regularly. It's better to have oil than to not have oil. I don't know why I'm crawling, but I am right now, because I'm going to end the video. I've got other stuff to start filming for you guys, so stay tuned. This is the end of part 1. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, questions, all that good stuff down below. And I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.